Oh, well, hello there. Welcome back to Holy Pastor Doing Stuff, your one-stop shop for learning how to do life the holy way. This time, as you might be able to tell, we're going to talk about how to talk while driving. Now, this is one of those things that I've gotten really good at as clergy because we're on 24/7, right? And if anyone ever texts us or calls us, we need to respond ASAP because people expect it. If you don't text someone back or call someone back within 30 seconds, they'll think you don't like them anymore. And, they might leave the church or worse. So if someone calls or texts while I'm driving, I respond immediately, there and then. So I've gotten really good at this. I have some tips for you. Number one, don't ever talk using Bluetooth while you're driving. Just don't do it, because if you do it, someone who's not been invited into the conversation can hear just about the whole conversation. One time while I was stopping at a red light, I heard all about some woman's mastectomy. I didn't want to learn about that, and I don't think she wanted to either. She didn't want me to learn about it, So, don't use Bluetooth, or else everyone who hasn't been invited into the conversation will hear. The other thing is, likewise, don't use speakerphone. Unless you tell the person you're talking to that they're on speakerphone. I know one time I was driving, I had kids in the back, and I was talking to a clergy friend of mine, and she said some inappropriate joke, because even clergy tell inappropriate jokes. It's how we vent and unwind. But I had to say, whoa! I have my kids in the back, and then I had lots of explaining to do later. So if you're going to talk while you're driving, don't use Bluetooth, don't use speakerphone. That leaves you with holding the phone, actually. And, cop car. Gotta hide what you're doing from the cops. That would have looked bad if I got pulled over while doing this video. It would have looked bad for all clergy, all Christians, and especially for me, the holy pastor. What I'm doing right now is actually pretty hypocritical, because I tell other people, don't text and don't talk on the phone while you're driving. And if I can be serious with you for a second, this probably won't be a very funny video. You can probably tell even while I'm doing this video that I'm distracted. I'm not talking as eloquently or as quickly as I might otherwise. When you're texting and driving, I don't know if you've noticed, but you're probably going to swerve all over the place. That is definitely the worst thing to do. Especially, it was actually better and easier to text while driving when we had those dumb phones. In fact, I still have a dumb phone, usually. It's actually easier because you can feel where the buttons are. And so you can keep your eyes on the road and text using one of those old dumb phones. But you can't do that with a smartphone. You need to take your eyes off the road if you're going to text and drive. And I can't tell you how many times I have almost died because someone is swerving into my lane and I know they're texting. So don't do that. And even talking while you're on the phone distracts you. It's been proven. There's lots of research. Even if you're not holding the phone like I am right now, just talking to people who are not in the car is far more distracting than talking to people who are in the car. There's lots of research, you can look it up. And Jesus said something about not being distracted. When there were prospective disciples who came to him and said, hey Jesus, I want to follow you, but first I need to go bury my dead dad. Jesus said, no, you can't follow me because you're distracted. Let the dead bury the dead. You should just come follow me. Essentially what he's saying is, you can't be of two minds. You can't be of two spirits. You can't be in two places at once. You can't be a disciple and want to do other things at the same time. You can't drive and talk at the same time. I mean, you can, but you're distracted. You're of two minds. You're of two spirits. It's not good. It's not healthy. It's not holy. You might think that phone call or that text is important, but it's not nearly as important as your life. And it's not nearly as important as the other lives, the other people's lives who are also using the road. And all it takes is a moment of distraction, a moment of being of two minds and of two spirits for you to hit somebody, get into a bad accident, run a red light, do something. I'm thinking especially of me on the bike. When I'm on the bike, having distracted people around me is no fun. So, look, just be of one mind. Don't do what I'm doing. This is one of those only the holy pastor can do it moments. Just be of one mind and of one spirit, and the way that you talk while driving is not to, okay? So that's how you talk while driving the holy way, and holy pastor is now off to his second job, following his own advice and not being hypocritical. Until next time, keep it holy, friends.